We do. Renegade official in the building. Worst magic. GMG in the building. I'm making my breakfast, getting ready for the laughs. Listen, you better, if you know like I know, you're going to be right there, front and center. You feel me? Block Wave is in the building. Do. We, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Big Phil Speaks. Make sure I wasn't muted. Guess what? We're in the building. Huh? It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Good morning to ye. The beautiful Evolution Brooklyn will be here shortly. She got stuck in traffic, but she's en route on the way. So y'all talk about, come on through and get it in with your boy and your girl. You feel me? For the morning time. Peggy Week, top of the top. You the first one in the door, waving the 4-4 like, huh? GMG to the death of me. We in the building. Golden Tea, Professional Blends, Terra Era Order, Crazy Angie. Y'all know where we at on that good YouTube right there. YouTube.com/Big Phil Speak. So you can come by way of Facebook. Yeah, I know. But you come through the door, irregardless. Uh-oh, Tracy Sexy. Cool. You know where we at, Tracy. You know what's going on. You know what's popping. Listen. Let me take a drink of my good old libation, my little water. June, get it. Y'all know where we at. Come on over to that good YouTube. Good morning to ye. Get them boogies out your eyes. Get that snap from around your nose. Get that drool stain, pause from by your mouth. Get your up. It's time. Good Money Gang, bringing you the Good Morning Gang morning show. Vino Diva is in the building. Actually, you was first, but you ain't leave a comment, Vino Diva. You ain't leave a comment. Jersey's in the building. Good Money Gang, OTF. And there you go, in the building. Afro-Latina. Blessings upon blessings. That part right there. John Boy, come on over to the good YouTube. You feel me? As you come through the door, wait that 4-4, that 4-5, that Nina Ross, whatever you got, but hit that thumbs up for your boy. Don't cost you Nathan, but a minute millisecond of a situation. Have at it. Tracy T is in the place to be. Good morning to you. What you mean, what in the heck? Get your ass up. That part, you know what I like to say. It don't matter if you're getting off of work, you're getting ready to go into work, you at home thumbing through the paper or perusing the internet looking for work, or you over there spying the other person laying next to you like, I'm about to put in some work. Listen, it's the Good Morning Gang morning show, and we are in the building. You feel me? Listen, we gonna have at it. However, Latina, you know, listen. It's early. We're going to try to keep it PG-13 at minimum. You feel me? Wait, what happened? Come on over. Check out D Barbie. Is that a artist, Vader Wait? Listen, we going to have a good time. Hey. Nah. We're going to have a good time. That part there, listen, what it say? You were not even on your channel after waking me up at 4:52. I'm going back to bed. You better wake that ass up there, Vino Diva. Don't you go to bed. Don't you go to bed. It's too early. Matter of fact, you talking about you on the west side. So okay, I get it. So however long you stay here, I'm thankful. You know, because it's hella early for y'all. I get it. Hey, QV. Good morning to ye. Watchman, I see you. Good morning. You in the building. Watching as you usually do. Watching everything moving. Huh? J-Rock sings. Ask around. LG Entertainment. King the Conqueror. Music for God, too. We over on that good YouTube. And if you don't know what's going on, it's the Good Money Gang. bringing you the Good Morning Gang morning show, huh? Link right there, youtube.com/Big Speaks. Come be a part of the situation, the lituation. Come have at it. Pause. The Berg in the building. Good morning to ye. Vino Diva said that, yeah, that part. Oh, man. Woo-hoo-wee. Rashad Houston came in the door. The home team is in the building. DC being here strong. The Bay Area being here strong. Philly being here strong. Jersey being here. New York being here strong. All the boroughs and upstate. You hear me? We have Florida being here strong. Texas being here strong. Wales, a little ATL, they being here strizzle. And all the other places on the map. I'm getting tongue twisted. Being here heavy for your boy. That part. Good morning, music for God too. What's goody like the mob, huh? It's a lot is taking place over this here weekend, huh? A lot is taking place over this here weekend. Yeah, what's goody? Vader Waiters in the building. Listen, I seen some more about that Maui fire that's been going on in Hawaii. It's crazy, right? Because they said it's looking more ominous because the area that really caught fire, because Maui is known for more exclusive lodging and resorts and upper echelon bullshittery, right? They say the area that was most affected was a area affected that lived, I think locals lived in, and it was like where it stops away from the water, it's right next to an exclusive neighborhood. It makes you wonder: did they want that property because it's along the beach area for personal gain or commercial gain? It makes you think about it, right? It's like, damn, these people be sinister. And I had heard already that there was some contractors interested in bringing some things to Maui, but some people weren't having at it. They weren't allowing it. But now they say now that these houses are burnt in, they got people these vampires, these culture vultures of sorts swooping in to offer them pennies on the dollar for their property. Pennies on the dollar for their property. All I'm going to say is watch the play. To all my folks from Hawaii, aloha, watch the play, huh? Don't let them get you up off your property like that, huh? You and the rest of the locals, huh, brother? Y'all get together and fight back. Like, nah, we ain't having that. This is our island. You are the visitor, huh? I ain't gonna stay too long on it, but it's a whole lot of bullshittery. Land in the building. Watch me say, talk about it. Yup. Finally, Phil. Let's go. Listen. RW in the building. Salute. Man, that's a fact. To burn it all down like that. These, man, it's some evil, unscrupulous people in this world. You hear me? Willing to make you look like trash. Willing to take everything from you. Willing to have their way with you, just to fulfill some selfish internal greed or need or mental deficiency. It's crazy. Like I couldn't imagine, right? If I found out that somebody purposely burnt my house down for some other kind of gain, I would live the rest of my life trying to tear they out the frame. You hear me? Oh, you gonna build up over here every time you get close to being done. I'm gonna make sure that shit come right down. You feel me? Y'all gonna think y'all getting haunted by the ghost, and I'm actually gonna be out there like ghosts. You hear me? Having at it. Jay Pierce, what's good? He like the mob. Guess right there, RW. Get insurance claims, build it back up. But see, a lot of people, right? I can't speak for Hawaii because I don't know. I knew the Hawaii that I did know, and some of the locals might not be up on the insurance game in that capacity to have insurance covering their properties. Um, God willing, those folks did, or at least the majority of them did, so they can rebuild bigger and better. Um, but situations like that should open your eyes up. If you have property, hell, if you're a renter, even if you don't own the property, if you're a renter, get you some renter's insurance. Get you some renter's insurance because things can happen. You can have electrical fire. You can have an act of God or nature. You can have a lot of things going on depending on where you at. A flood situation, an earthquake, a lot of different things. Have you something in place that can protect you and yours so that, yes, some things are irreplaceable, but for what can be replaced, get it replaced. You know what I'm saying? I know there's no monetary recompense for a memory of the way a house was or the memories you had in the house or et cetera, et cetera. But the fact that you can rebuild a house just like it was or a little bit better or different, y'all better get you some insurance because, these bammers out here, I'm telling you, some of these corporations and hell, some of these private individuals are dangerous. And I don't mean in the gangster aspect of it, in the sick mentality, in the greed filled mentality. Oh, you don't want to sell this to me? I want that, man. I'm gonna take it. Type of mentality. That's that bullshiggery. That's that bullshiggery. Where we at here? Oh, hold on? Did I pin the comment? Yeah, I pinned it. They done did something with the atmosphere because it brought a hurricane, an earthquake to Southern California in the past. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And how rare is that? How often do you hear of a hurricane hitting Southern California? How often do you hear that Oprah Winfrey is affiliated? She bought over 870 land. Man, listen. Afro Latina, you never know with these individuals. You never know with these individuals. And I'm going to leave that right there. Just because they got our skin tones, our hues, and our affiliations and and family like orientations don't mean that they family, don't mean that they your friend, don't mean that they your relative. I'm trying to tell you. But that don't solve nothing if they did. If they did, that God will give them their karma. Watch it. CRW, listen. Everything that goes out in this atmosphere and around in this world will revisit itself. Will revisit itself. That's a fact. Listen, y'all come on over here to the good YouTube. Beauty on Duty BX, KKKKK, baby is in the building. Free is in here. Ninata, Dapple Rich, Jada Mayer. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube and have at it with your boy. You feel me? What it say? I went past something. It's hard because a lot of materials have to be imported and the cost of that's a fact right there. Living there is higher than it is. That's a fact. That is a fact. That's one of the drawbacks on living on any island, whether it be a US owned or controlled island or any other island. A lot of materials and things aren't inherent to the land. You have to get it flown in, boated in, etc., which makes the cost of materials that much higher to get it into the locale of the place or whatever. And unfortunately, it's going to be some people displaced by that situation. Hey, Tanina, good morning to ye. An electrical issue is the cause of the fire. They were supposed to fix the problem, but it never happened. Many are affiliated with this crisis. Hey, listen though, could very well be electrical fire, or could be an induced electrical fire. I'm trying to tell you, these people are ingenious. They'll make it look like such, or if they know that the wiring is faulty, they'll go ahead and do something to play it off so that eyes are directed towards the electrical problem as opposed to who might have induced the problem in the moment. Who knows? You can also build back up, but to play with people's lives like that is not that part right there. And what they'll do is they'll look at it like, okay, if people die in this situation, it's acceptable losses. They look at it like a casualty of war. You know what I'm saying? Expendable assets. That's what they'll look at the people and the houses and the things that can be destroyed in situations as such. They'll look at it as highly expendable. Okay, they'll be all right type of situation. And that's foul. That's foul. That's why I implore you to get you some insurance, ladies and gentlemen. Renters insurance if you're renting, other insurance if you own. Hell, and get life insurance too, for regardless of that. I know that's not a word, but regardless to that, get you some life insurance. Hey, Sarah Lynn, some insurance companies are pulling out of places like Florida. That's a fact, Sarah Lynn, because some of these places, the way they're built, the way they were built, and where they're built are prone to certain type of damages, certain type of storm issues. Like Florida is prone to a lot of hurricane issues. You know, states surrounded, parts of Alabama, parts of the Gulf area, whatever, are prone to hurricanes. So with hurricanes, there's liable to be some damage, whether it be minor or you know catastrophic. And for them, they bank on you paying your monthly dues or whatever for your insurance, your monthly fees, and them being able to bank that money, invest that money in other areas, and making money off of your money. But if the more tragedy, the more accidents, the more destruction, the more then they have to come out of pocket, and they not with it. So some of these companies are trying to pull back out of certain areas where the damage can be greater, um, or they're charging you a whole lot more to get covered by the insurance because you live in certain areas or whatever. Sabrina, good morning to ye. Good morning. I heard the Hollywood Elite House. And that's the part. They showed aerial footage. I don't know if it was from a helicopter or a drone, but it clearly shows right where the wildfires stopped, the so-called wildfires and burning stopped. And the houses right past that were supposed to be of some elite people or whatever. And I said, wow. And it looked so perfect the way it stopped too. That's why I know it's some bullshittery behind it, because nature doesn't work that way. Nature does not work that way when it comes to wildfires. It don't. It don't. That's the crazy part about it. Hey, Keisha Hall, you can have yourself a ball if the assets are in order. She's in the building. Pros to my clown. Good morning to ye. This feels like Katrina all over, huh? I think a little bit more ominous than that, Rashad Houston. A little bit more ominous than that. It was not electrical. It came from underground of the earth. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I thought it was seismic. I thought it was volcanic in nature or whatever. But who knows? And you don't know what vent they done manipulated to kind of open. You don't know, man. I don't even want to speculate, but it is what it is. Hey, no raggedy, pretty paws land. You got to be bugging, right? You got to be bugging. Have at it. Then they do all they can not to pay out. Man, listen, that's their job. They'll just have people, a certain department, figure out a way to pay you as little as they can to pay you, or not pay you at all. It happens an awful lot. If all black mothers took out life insurance on their children, they would never be any more shooting of black people. The payout would bankrupt. Man, listen. Peep scheme, wagwan, me brethren. Good money gang. Shit. According to the circumference and how big the fire was, an electrical fire is a silly move for whomever is trying to bring, like, from the pinky in the brain. That lawsuit would be way too easy, man. Listen. Hey, RW, right? It looked like a movie, right? The footage from the plane. That's a fact. That's a fact. Sabrina T, good morning, gang. That part right there. Pretty blue eyes, you in the building, huh? Good morning. Bugging Howard, listen. What's so great about a dictator? What's so great about it? It's both climate change and electrical wires that were exposed. The fire traveled too rapidly. I read the article in them, but see, that's the thing too. You know, unless you ground zero, you don't know what really took place, because sometimes propaganda is put out there, sometimes the article is put out there to sway opinion, to get in front of thought before people get to thinking too much and really looking into a situation. They try to put it out. The fire was created by DEW. What is DEW, Watchmen? What is DEW? Listen, y'all come on over here to the good YouTube, huh? Y'all come on over. This is IG is not gonna stay on. You hear me? I'm telling you again, IG is not going to stay on. You hear me? Putin is playing chess right now, though. He's helping African nations get rid of their colonizers. So who is he helping? I know he's not helping them get rid of the Chinese, though. Sarah Lynn. I know he's not, because he in bed with the Chinese, ain't he? Please expound on that one. Please expound on that one. He might be getting rid of other little nations, but I know he's not removing the Chinese, and the Chinese are the most entrenched in Africa at the moment, in a lot of the countries, that is. Burkina Faso, Nigeria, and a couple other nations had Russian help. The climate change move is a way to control us, huh? Direct energy weapon. Ah, okay, I got you. I got you. Hell will freeze over before I trust anything. Wavy Crockett, talk about it, brother. Talk about it. They burnt those people out so they could rebuild. That's what I feel like it is. That's what I feel like it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn's in the house. Evolution.
Good morning. Good morning,
You
y'all.
made it through the traffic. You made it through the traffic.
Yes, my alarm didn't go off. I didn't go to sleep till like 4 o'clock anyway. Unfortunately, I said I'm gonna
What
lay
type of
down for like
what
two
type of
hours.
what type of game was you playing overnight?
It was a lot going on IG. It was a lot of arguments, a lot of unsettled business and stuff like that. Because I went to sleep
Lord.
early. I woke up at 12. And them fools argue from 12 to 4:23 to be exact. Because I was looking at a movie called Why Do Men Cheat? And I'm gonna bring
Uh,
y'all. Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you something. Very good movie. I'm gonna bring y'all some information about that because I learned a couple of things. And they gave you 10 reasons. I went from 10 to 8 and fell asleep. But 10 to 8 was
ten to
more
eight. Fell
interesting.
asleep.
Yes, I got a couple more. But I'm gonna bring that to y'all because it made a lot of sense. So yeah. So I had to hit Phil this morning. It was like, Phil, I just woke up. I apologize. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hopefully, everything looking all right.
Is
How
everything
y'all
looking?
doing? Yes. Yo, Phil, it was so much
Vader
stuff
Wait, that
that
part, Vader Wait. Sorry, but black men don't cheat. That part.
that's what we do. So I want to make sure that when I do the what do you call the recap of the 10 reasons that Vader Wade is in there, he gonna have to be in the room. Yeah, I can't wait for this. Yes. Hey y'all.
You was about to
Hey,
say
pretty
something.
blue eyes.
You was about to say something or ask me something when I said
Oh
that.
yeah. I was glad you was talking about the whole
Hawaii situation.
Maui issue and everything
Yeah.
because yesterday I was doing a lot of research on a lot of different news and stuff like that, and you are very right about what you're saying because I don't know if y'all had saw that the leader of the Maui Emergency Management Agency.
Mm-hmm.
He put out a statement that was so crass to me and so just like no feelings, like stone hard. and then he resigned. So he did all this, they say, in the same day on the 19th, right?
Oh
So, which I
wow.
think shows that there was an ulterior motive for all these
Behind.
fires, yeah, and stuff that happened. You know what I'm saying? First of all, they said his name was Herman and Dea, right? Now he's what they call embattled. So I don't know if y'all know embattled means like a person with a lot of just problems and difficulties, like troublesome.
Mm,
So that's
okay.
one already. You know what I'm saying? They've
Okay.
been put that name on him, right? They said he was a leader of the Maui County. They said he stated that he had no regrets about not using the emergency sirens uh, um, during the wildfires recently. That's
What?
what we saw
That's
on the
crazy.
19th.
That's crazy.
Right. And I looked at that, I was like, wow. And, like he still the leader? I checked back a couple
Oh,
hours later.
they made them because they'll put hands in Hawaii. They believe in hands and feet. They'll put hands and feet on them. They'll put hands and
That's
feet
must be
on.
what it was.
Yeah, yeah. You got to get up out of office. Slim matter of fact, you got to get off the island because we going. Yeah. They say he's
Right.
a Hawaiian Trump. Oh shit!
Oh, that see?
Damn
Yeah,
man.
that same day, I never seen that so fast. The same day, I checked back maybe 3-4 hours to always make sure that I got the stories right or whatever. They said, well, they said the significance of the sirens is if you, I don't know, the significance of the sirens that during natural disasters, like wildfires, they're designed to blast a loud stream, almost like a notification, which would
Yeah.
be like a 3-minute
Like,
tone. That yeah,
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 like
yeah.
the purge. Yeah, yeah. But for us, what does that mean for us? That means like stand by, right? Does that mean stand by?
No, no. If you hear that outside, you hear that steady noise outside, then there's a really a national or local disaster headed, and that you need to turn on to your news and find out what's going on so you can get the either uh, buckle down or get the hell out of Dodge, whatever the case may be. Yeah, if you hear that,
Okay.
a lot of those systems are antiquated. They've been talking about updating them because they were built in the Cold War era. A lot of them because out of fear of Russian attack and this, that, and the third and whatnot, nuclear attack. But yeah, if you hear that, it's the equivalent of you hear them on your phones. Only thing is, those are like warning notifications ahead of time. I think that you would get a more violent type of notification as far as the noise if it's an actual serious event that's about to happen or take place. Hopefully for people. But if we got the brother like over there in Maui, we ain't getting shaggy. You hear me?
I'll be so impressed, Phil, because you are really knowledgeable about a lot of stuff.
Professor X know a little something, I give you this.
Yeah, like Phil is not a dummy at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he broke that all the way down for me. I ain't even have to read it. I appreciate you, King. And you explained it more than they explained it because they didn't give such a broad. So I appreciate you because they didn't give such a broad synopsis of what it was. Because I was like, okay, like that's all it does. But it was so significant to them that he didn't, that and Dea, the leader, he didn't put out the sirens, right? So in turn, because he didn't put out the sirens, over 110 people died, right? So that could have been
Wow.
like people not knowing what was going on, or I'm saying, not being able, because some people went to go get water first and went to go get stuff, I guess,
Supplies and
because
stuff,
they knew.
just in
Because
case.
everybody don't know everything. Everybody don't have access to TVs, because they tell you stay in front of your TVs, look for further, and a lot of people couldn't do that. So that's a lot. 110 people is quite a lot, right? Now this is how they put it. They put it that and Dea resigned, saying that he had health reasons. Right after that cold statement he put out.
Health reasons. Yeah, your
Yeah,
your health was about to be an issue. You
yeah,
you you
yeah.
could have saved a lot of lives and you didn't. And you got to understand that places like that, even though it's modernized and it's Americanized and this, that, and the third, in Hawaii and places like that, they hold to certain cultural traditions and things like that. So they take certain things a lot more serious than say we do here on what they call the mainland or whatever. And something like that, to have tragic loss like that that could have been averted down to a very minimal, maybe one, maybe two people, because you have that hard-headed person. I'm not leaving my house. I'm gonna fight it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait it out.
Usually older.
But
Hmm.
to have been able to um, get people to evacuate or to really just be abreast of really the fullness of what's going on is crazy. And out there, if you from a neighborhood where you know somebody that got a big ass family, that's how it be with a lot of Hawaiians and Polynesians. They have big ass families,
Right.
whether direct or extended, or people. It's more like a family orientated community type of situation. They probably literally want to stone that dude. Yeah, to be not to be long winded. The fact that he's talking about for health reasons. Yeah, because they probably already didn't put hands on him already. Like, yeah, my life is in danger. Let me get the figgity up out of office.
Yes.
My bad. I'm out. That would be the smartest
Yes.
thing dumbass could do. And if he even smarter, he probably will get the hell out of Dodge, because it's probably gonna be some Congress and other people
Yeah.
investigating. They're gonna call him for you got some explaining to do.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
definitely coming. I wouldn't feel safe nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that was crazy. I just never seen it happen so quick. But I'll be honest, if we were a little bit like that, you know what I'm saying? People be a little scared to do some of the stuff that they do, especially the people that we got in office and all kinds of stuff. But we got so many liberties and stuff over here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's, taking accountability for anything that they do. So you know how that goes. You know?
Watchmen said they cut the water off in Hawaii while the fire was happening. If that is real, that is
See?
foul, and somebody got some
Crazy.
answering to do.
Crazy. And that's a wrap. Like, if they trying to build, and I'm gonna tell you, when people want your property and stuff like that, they'll do anything. It's all about the dollar. So you know how that go. It's always
It
all
happens
about the dollar
here in the
all the time.
mainland United States in certain areas. That's why I said I
Yes.
was telling people early. Make sure you got some insurance, whether it's as a renter or as an owner, homeowner. Get the appropriate
Yes.
insurances and insure yourselves and your loved ones. Get it.
Yeah.
Get it. You might look at it
Yes.
like, man, I'm not trying to pay that extra little expense. But in a moment like this, where something tragic go off, or act of
Yes.
nature, or somebody's unscrupulous deeds, you want to have some get back, and not
Yeah.
be wishing upon a star on a possible lawsuit to see how far that go. Just protect yours, and be vigilant. Pay attention to what's going on.
Definitely. Definitely. Oh, that
Laugh
was
now,
crazy.
money game.
Hey y'all, I ain't shout out my people. I'm sorry. I was just like, let me jump on that because I was shocked to see that. Like, QB
Listen,
Sabrina, hey Lisa, Afro Latina watching. I think Watchman, were you up with me last night? I don't know. I thought I saw your name because there was a couple of people that was up last night for no reason at all. I don't know why. It was a couple of names I saw. I was like, oh, y'all still up too? I don't feel so bad.
Vino
Yeah,
Diva. I was gonna say that. Even though it's been Americanized, they're still trying to hold on to to traditions,
yeah,
cultural traditions, to the Hawaiian, to Polynesian people, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's kind of like a thin line between love and hate, as far as the balance between modernized Americanization and ancient and traditional Hawaiian culture. And it's sad. It's really sad though.
yes.
Yeah, I believe she did buy an island or some land on that island. She did a lot. There's a lot of
Oh,
influential people that got land on Maui. That at first I thought it was maybe their land that got affected, but you forget that there's locals that live on that land too. So it's real ugly and sinister when you get to thinking about the possibilities of what could be. We all speculating or assuming, you know, are we
yes.
right? We don't know, but are we wrong? Probably not. But allegedly.
And if it's Oprah, she gonna be all right. She's gonna buy, two more when they fix it up.
She better take some of that money and help them people get their
Yeah.
land right. That's what you
And
need to do, Oprah. Oh, free.
I would be shocked.
Give
I would be
some
shocked.
money to
But
that.
because
Yeah.
she got an island over there, she may want her island fixed, her properties back. You never know. You never know with these folks how that
Listen.
money roll,
Some of them folks
down
might
and
have
down.
worked on her property. Some of them folks might have worked on her. Listen, get them right. Make them whole. Make them
Yes,
whole.
definitely.
They said she bought
Definitely.
800 acres. God damn it. That's a lot of
800.
land.
Ooh.
That's a lot of land.
Oh, I always wonder how I feel to have that much money. I feel to have that much money. you know.
Excuse me, that part there. That part.
Yes. Yes. I mean, that is sad, and I hate to stay with the sad news. But
Oh
have y'all
Lord.
heard about like the people that died this week or last week?
More people.
Um, it was a few I didn't report, but I was looking. I don't know if y'all saw the story of Caleb White. Has anybody looked at that?
Why that sounds familiar?
Okay, now that's the problem with that. That name should have been a lot more publicized than it was. I got that name from somebody they were trying to show the discrepancies with the Bovid vaccine, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But Caleb White was a 17-year-old high school basketball star in Alabama. What happened to him was he like fainted,
Yeah.
collapsed during a workout.
Now that now where you
You
going?
heard about
Yeah.
that? And for days they were saying that they didn't know what was going on, what was wrong. But he was like, I mean, like an excellent student. He was an excellent student. He's an excellent basketball star. You know what I'm saying? He was a role model to, the other people on the team and with his scholars and stuff. And it was just so not like reported on. And that stuff like that intrigues me, right? So I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna be something else. But what they did say, they did say yesterday, or I think it was Saturday, his mother came out with a statement and finally said what was going on. So she said that he suffered from cardiac arrest, but the way she said it was they said, and I thought that was real,
Oh,
real.
interesting.
Yeah, like it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like we may hear more about it later.
Mm-hmm.
I am a conspiracy theorist, so but I just was like, now check this out. And the reason I'm like, okay, I always am suspect on everything. But then I was like, let's look a little bit more. And they said it was reported that White had no prior signs of any heart condition. Neither was he feeling ill before he fainted. So he was fine, in the workout. Yeah, I'm saying he was doing like normal. And he never had no heart, issues or nothing. So how could this young boy 17 years old, you got the world in front of you. You the picture perfect health because he had nothing wrong with him that's been
Mm-hmm.
reported yet. And he just faint and died. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he died at the hospital. But what's going on? Now I looked into it, right? Now they were saying that the vaccine may have been the cause. But when I looked into it further, they were saying that was like hearsay, like that was an
Of course they
agenda
would. Of
for
course they would. Yeah.
for people not to get the vaccine. Because I don't know if y'all know, and I hope I'm not talking too fast.
No, you good. You good.
They're coming out with more vaccines. I'm going to report on that soon because they're not giving all the information. But it has been said that the time to get that stuff, like you can play in the summer because they say that getting getting the virus is usually in the winter, because it's too hot to get in the summer, which I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen the facts on that yet. And I keep looking, I can't find it. But you would more likely get it in the colder months. You know what I'm saying? If anybody know a lot about that, I looked into it. I didn't see a lot on it. I'm gonna keep on going though. And they're bringing out updated versions of the vaccine, so y'all really gotta pay attention to that. Not much out yet, but you know, I'm gonna keep bringing that to y'all so we can be aware.
And I'm pretty sure they're gonna do as much as possible not to, because you don't hear too much about LeBron's son, because they said certain similarities to his situation with the vaccine and this, that, and the third, and they've been downplaying, tamping down. So you don't really hear nothing about Bron's situation. And you got to be careful. Don't be the first in line for nothing when it comes to experimental drugs. Don't be nobody's guinea pig. Don't be nobody's sucker. Or
you know, and this is the thing. A lot of people got it because of their jobs. Like me myself, I had to get it because of my job. And if I would have, you know, they were telling us that we would get fired. Like that was it. And we had a deadline. So, you know, I myself and a lot of my other coworkers had to go and get this shot, right? And then, you know, a couple of months later, because the higher ups, the people that had more seniority than us, said that they were going to strike. You know what I'm saying? And where I work, I'm not gonna put my business out there, but where I work, if the higher ups to strike, the ones that have more time, nothing runs. You know what I'm saying? Nothing works because I work in travel. Nothing runs, nothing works. It would be disastrous. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, oh, don't worry about it. You ain't got to take the vaccine no more. But us that wanted our jobs is like, what you mean? But I'm gonna be honest. When I did catch the virus, you know, when I did catch it, I was kind of glad I had that shot. I'm just gonna be honest, because I have, you know, health issues. So I was very happy that I went through a very mild case of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't have to go to the hospital. I didn't have to do anything. So, you know, I guess it's to each his own on how you feel about it. But I don't know about getting another. I think I could take my chances on getting it again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all feel about that.
Hold on, before I make my statement, y'all get them likes up for your boy and for your girl, right? It's about 40 of y'all up in here. Them likes should be matching a little something. You know what I'm talking about? It don't cost you nothing. If you can't see the thumbs up, exit out of the chat. You ain't gonna miss nothing. Hit that thumbs up and come back for your boy. Let's get into the algorithm. Let me say this, right? Because I caught COVID, I think at least twice.
Okay.
One time it hit me like a hella bad flu. Like my body was so weak, like somebody, you know, like I got jumped and got hit in the body, or you know, whatever. But I'll say this. Everybody's physical makeup is different. What their body can stand and what they can take is different. People have different levels of health, ongoing health issues, and whatever, and immunization levels. But I would still say be very careful, especially with shit that they didn't have no documented proof of its effectiveness. Trial runs long enough to determine long-term effects, hell, short-term effects, because now you got a lot of people that are seemingly healthy, seemingly have no other issues or hereditary dispositions that should warrant some of these illnesses and some of these fatalities, some of these deaths and disabilities that some people are having. So y'all got to be very, very careful. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you and your house to decide what it is you want to do when it comes to vaccinations, new vaccinations to these bovids and things of that nature. Yeah. So I'm not going to say who's right, who's wrong. I'm just going to say just try to do your due diligence as much as possible. Try. And don't be the first in line all the time for shit. Like, I'm not heard of get that, get it out. No, don't be nobody's fun dummy, stunt dummy, or not. If you want to do that, go put on the yellow and black suit and go down there to the automotive place and jump into one of them cars when they testing them. If you want to be somebody's stunt dummy, have at it. You feel me? Hey, come on over to you. Good
morning,
don't
good
be
morning,
y'all.
I like that name. The bird, hey, y'all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's funny because like a lot of us still hold a little grudge because of that. A lot of us,
Man,
you know what I'm saying, feel
yeah,
some type
because
of way.
yeah, because they made you do it at a certain point to certain
Yeah.
people, and then all of a sudden,
Yes.
it's not mandatory no more. You don't have to get it. Like if that was the
Yes.
case, that there should be some kind of mass lawsuit with that, because it's like
That's what I was thinking.
you made me do it. Now you downgraded everything to say no, it's not needed. Like
Yeah.
what are you saying? What are you saying? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
and for them to
And I
play
still
with
got the
people's
email
jobs.
that I could prove that they made me take it. That's how I was like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, guys, if y'all can't just stay prayed up, stay close to God because, you know,
Aha.
please talk to your creator. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you believe in, talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Get right, because you never know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of crazy stuff going on. And whoo, if you're doing it by yourself, God bless you. But whoo,
Listen,
please find something to believe in.
I ain't no doctor, but I'm Dr. Feel Good. Listen, don't be
Y-
nobody's stunt dummy, fun dummy. Don't do it.
Yes.
Don't do it. Let them get in line. Let them get in line first and see where it go. See what
Yes.
happens. Look, pay attention, huh? Stay
Because they ain't playing fair.
get your immune system up. Take some natural remedies and
Yes.
things. What God put on this earth, that what nature has available to work on the body naturally. Things that were here
Yes.
before science really took off. Understand that there were things in ways that people practiced and did before modern medicine came about that kept people alive. Yes, some people still died because of certain things. So medicine does have a place. However, you don't have to be the guinea pig in the situation. If that's the
Exactly.
case, go get you a furry suit. Go get on all fours, crawl,
Sorry.
and run around the streets and go read, read, read.
You
Do
should
that
have.
to yourself. Night Rider, good money guy.
I'm sorry.
There's super.
Yeah, I love when you do the sound effects and
Man,
stuff.
I used to have a guinea pig as a youngster, right? Them little some of them, when they get hungry, you heard the way I said that? It's 10 times worse. They're like, read, read, read. Man,
What
man.
they eat? What do they eat? They eat like
They eat
what a guinea pig. I
vegetables.
know what pigs eat.
Like you can get carrots, lettuce, cabbage. You can give them
Okay.
all kinds of vegetables, and they eat little like almost like hamsters. What hamsters eat and stuff like that.
Okay. That's why you say that because I was thinking about getting a rabbit. I might used to have fun with it. The only thing rabbits, they go to the bathroom all the time. I don't know if I want to deal with that, but you can sit them on the table and they hop around. They cute. And they less headaches than a dog. I'm just saying. But I might just get her to give me a dog.
Burrow! Get you a dog. Burrow! Get you one.
Now I
BMB
got
said
all
they
this
got
space
rats.
in here. She said they rats.
Y'all were all enthralled by the movie G-Force. That was a pretty cool movie and all that. But them little some of them up there, when they get hungry or get bothered, they make that loud ass noise. Only thing as equally disturbing is when a female cat is in heat. Boy, they be like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
oh my God.
Hey,
Listen,
Young
you
Drex.
ready to throw a
Yeah.
shoe or something at them. Young Dre's good money gang. Salute. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's um Phil, I guess since we are talking about we talked about Caleb. It was also I don't know if y'all heard about, and I hope I'm saying this right. The actor that just passed away, Ron Cephas Jones. Have anybody heard about
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
He
um,
played Apple, if I'm not Apple. He played the uncle that kidnapped
and paid in
the little
full. He
brother
was
that paid
Uncle
in full.
Ice.
Uncle Ice,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, he was also
He played a lot of
This
roles.
Is Us. Has anybody watched This Is Us? I don't know if that was a program. Well, I guess it was a program for us. I didn't watch it myself, but it was big. I didn't notice how big it was till I actually did the research. Okay, he was William Hill, and This Is Us. Luke Cage. If anybody watched Luke
The
Cage,
movie Luke, the TV show Luke Cage. Yeah, yep.
yes, he was Bobby Fish. Anybody watching it? I guess not, huh? But I mean, these are big. Oh, no. These are big series that were on. I'm
Yeah,
surprised y'all watching
he had nice little roles in certain situations or
Yeah,
whatever, and he
I
played
know
the hell
y'all
out of that
watched Paying
role
in
in
Full, right? He was Uncle
yeah.
Ice. Y'all remember Uncle Ice?
He was one.
He wasn't a good character though, but it was legendary.
He played the fictional role of the person who really was part of snatching Rich Porter's little brother Darnell in
Yes.
real New York drug culture and history or whatever. If for those that don't know, and the role that Cameron played in that movie as Rico was the role of Alpo. Makai
Wow.
Pfeiffer played Money Mitch, which was the
Yes.
fictional representation of Rich Porter, and Rico Cameron played the fictional role of Alpo, the infamous Alpo that came on that snitch that got killed, a little while ago, whatever. Good movie, but
Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies. Yeah. They said, I mean, if y'all see the face, and y'all can look it up. His name was Ron Cephas Jones. Y'all gonna be like, oh, him? Because I saw him, I was like, oh, he was just on the awards because a very accomplished actor. He was a 2-time Emmy winner, for those shows. Right. This Is Us. Kajara said that was a great show, and Luke Cage. And he had other movies. I could break them down, but he had a lot of movies. I don't know if you ever heard Dolomite Is My Name. The Glass Chip. It was a whole bunch of Holiday Calendar. It's a whole lot of movies he had. He died at 66. I be conflicted when people die before 70 for some reason. Because what's our average life expectancy? Now I looked.
Supposed to be. Yeah.
Yes, I looked last night, and I got so many different numbers
Takes
on
on
what
it.
our average. Because there's the others, like the white life expectancy, and then it's ours. And it's so drastic from those numbers are so different. And it's not the average of how we are dying, like naturally, because Mr. Jones, he was sick. I didn't know he was sick. It's amazing how people keep this stuff in Hollywood to keep this stuff to themselves.
On the low. Yeah.
Yeah, and the last time he was, seen, if y'all even go back and look, he looked amazing. Like he looked like nothing was wrong with him. Our genes, how the black genes are amazing.
You'd have gave him some.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Well, I like older men, so I can't even say no.
That's what made me ask that. That's what made
But
me
he was
ask that.
older. I usually don't go 65, 70. But like he was a nice looking guy. When y'all see him, y'all gonna be like, oh, I know what you're talking about. The funny thing about it was that I looked up because I always look up the cause of death. I always want to know. Now this is the funny part about that. The ironic part is also like the Black Panther that was sick for a long time and we never knew. It seems like our black
Chadwick
stars are like
Boseman.
holding this stuff.
Chadwick Boseman, yeah.
His cause of death, because he died on the 19th, right? And remember I said that the little boy, 17-year-olds little, they kind of died in the same week or whatever. He had a long-standing pulmonary disease issue. They said, now check this out. Yeah, like long standing. They said that he had a double lung transplant in 2020. A double lung. Double. I never heard of a double.
I ain't
so I
never
was
heard
just like,
nothing like that neither.
Yeah, like can you imagine? You know what I'm saying? And still being able to come out and look, that was in 2020. So he lasted 3 more, years. They said he had that was due to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. They say he spent nearly 2 months in the hospital in Los Angeles because of that.
Man, that is a wonder he spent longer time than that. That's both of your lungs at the same time. Like how the hell? Man, listen.
It speaks to the strength of of the black man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's.
Hey, Dez, you bugging. a lot of these folks probably don't even know what Debbie Does Dallas or what that movie is. A lot of us older folks might know what that is, but
Yeah, see, oh, hey, Tracy, hey, wifey. I know Tracy's here. Put a smile on my face this morning. Yeah, CPOD. You see, yeah, see, something
COPD.
COPD. That's it, yeah. All of them letters. Yeah, it's like,
I feel you with that, Vita. She said no more death talk. I was at a funeral on Saturday, man. Listen.
Okay. So I just wanted to get the stars out of the way. You know, yeah, like
Oh, you say good morning to her. You don't say good morning to me, Tracy. It's a woman thing. Is that what it is?
That's my wife.
You feel me? Listen, I ain't mad at it. I ain't no hater.
Who the other cheater in the building? What y'all talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about, Daz? Are you talking about Tracy? Uh-oh.
My Tracy ain't no cheater.
Now she trying to say black women don't cheat. Ain't that about a mother?
Yeah, black women don't cheat. We don't cheat. That's how we do. We love you.
Look.
Doing that. I ain't doing that. Yeah. I don't know of many. I don't know of many. I'm just saying. But when I bring that up about the fellas, I'm gonna need y'all to be in the room to tell me if I'm right or not, because this is starting to make a lot of sense. So somebody done revealed all y'all secrets. So it's gonna be real interesting. It's a real interesting. And the way they broke down 10, 9, and 8, I can't wait to see the rest of it. I'm already y'all can see I already got like a synopsis, because I'm always writing, I'm always taking down notes of what y'all do. So
it couldn't have been that good if your behind fell asleep after 8.
Oh, I was tired though, but I can always turn it back on. That's why I wasn't,
your spiritual being would say, "Oh, this is some bullshit. Let me go to sleep."
Nah, it was really good, Phil. And it made sense. It made watch. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you, and that might be how I start my show. It may be, you know what I'm saying, because I know it's gonna be a lot of people in there. Evolution, that's not how it is. So can't wait.
Nope, not me.
Yeah.
They don't cheat. They study the answer sheet to make it look like they passed the test. I like that one.
Now, Phil, I was looking at a story, right? Because I'm in Brooklyn, right? And after the pandemic, financial help, it's very easy to ask the government for handouts, what they call handouts. It's becoming a really big thing, especially now for people that are not working, that need the help. It seems that SNAP, I'm talking about SNAP, I'm talking about food stamps, the benefits. It seems that there's a change. And I'm pretty sure that, whoever has family, friends that's on this, y'all may want to listen to this. Beginning September, no later than October of this year, there is going to be changes to the SNAP program due to what they call the new debt ceiling, which is called the Fiscal Responsibility Act, the FRA. I don't know if anybody's heard of that, which was signed by Biden, right? So, but we all know that, the president has a very little to do with a lot of this stuff. He signs off on it. That's it. So I'm not mad at Joe. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. Make your own opinions. Here's the new change. I hope y'all listen. Here's a new change, right? But it's only gonna affect one group of like SNAP recipients. So if you ever wanted to go and get food stamps, you need help. It's the able-bodied adults ranging from the ages of 50 to 54. Right? I'll be looking at Phil's face. I'll be wanting to.
So what are they saying? What they saying? Like, go ahead. I got to hear this out first.
Okay. So on September 1st, so next month, that's it. So September 1st, any able-bodied childless recipient um, needs to prove they are working at least 80 hours a month. Um, they can be pursuing education programs or training programs, but it has to be for more than 3 months to qualify. So what they saying is, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If technically, you know what I'm saying? 50, whatever, whatever, you got to get up. If you can get up and work like all of us, then you gotta get up and work, player. Like that's it. Like they not taking no more. And if you
I
don't,
respect.
yeah, and that's what I was saying. I respect it too.
Yeah, I
Now
respect that.
our boy Trizzy tried to do the same thing, and people was upset. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying that now, though. We'll talk about that later. Now there's always it makes sense to me. I don't know if y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. It made sense to me that if you can get up and work or whatever, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what age you are, then you need to get up and do that. Because guess where, the food stamp stuff is coming from. If any of y'all know, like I know, and you paying $400-500 in taxes every time you get a check, they taking that out. Yeah, that's your money. You know what I'm saying? So
But
you know,
you know who's gonna be affected more than the usual suspects? With the usual suspects. You know who's gonna be affected more than us? It's gonna be that poor white, what they call them, trash. It's gonna be the
yeah,
trailer parkers. It's gonna be the lower
yeah,
income white folks that live in the mountains, that live in different areas. They are the ones that's gonna be affected a lot worse than us black folks, because we're the
yes,
ones that's gonna be the poster child of it all. But in the reality of it, that's gonna
yes.
get hit home for a lot of them fizzos.
And
Trust
it's
me.
always like that.
Trust me.
It's always been like that. It's it's
Trust me.
it's always been like that. I remember one time I had got hurt at my job, right? And I waited 7 months. I went through like my whole savings, paying bills. I had a lot of expenses. I had a new car, all this type of stuff, right? I went to the office and was like, look, my money almost gone. I need help. I've been working, but I got hurt. I got hurt in the work truck. You know what I'm saying? I had to do everything but throw chairs at the wall. You know what I'm saying? To get any help. You know what happened? I had to say, look, I've been paying into this for a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't working, that's $400-500 y'all taking. That's how I know how much it is. Because I'm like, the $400 y'all taking, you get what I'm saying? What's from my check? They told me I had to sell my car. Because you have any type of assets, they don't want you to have nothing. You got to sell your car. I was like, before I sell my car, I drive it up into this building. And I meant that with all my heart. I had to really show out in there. You know what I'm saying?
Damn it.
Big Brooklyn all day. I had to really show out in there. And then there was a lady from the back, one of the supervisors said, you know what? Come, I'm gonna help you out because I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? It could be one of us, and I'll help you. But it's people that you see in the office with
They don't give
Gucci bags and
two
yeah,
F's.
and it don't be us. I mean, it's some of us, but it don't be a lot of us in that office. I'm gonna be honest. And these are people that come with houses and cars, and I ain't going. It don't be us. All I'm saying, they don't tell them to sell nothing. They don't have to sell
They
nothing.
make it seem like we are the number one uh users, number one beneficiaries, the number one exploiters of the welfare system, as they call it. They might call it something else now. But in
Yes,
facts of the reality is we are not. We are not.
yes,
They are.
yes. It's
They are.
crazy. It's crazy. The only good thing about this program, excuse me, because I get a little fiery. Y'all saying that's a touchy spot for me right there because I don't like how they did me. But there's exceptions to the program, right? So if you're a recipient who is homeless, you're a veteran, youth ages 18 to 24 or younger, people with physical or mental limitations. Physically you can't work. Mentally, you know what I'm saying? Your headspace is not right to be on anybody's job
Yeah,
site because the jobs they send you on sometimes are like daycares. Like assisting and facilities and stuff like that. You have to be around a lot of people usually.
Mm-hmm.
Pregnant people also, they can work. They're exempt. Now check this out. If you're not, like, let's say you're unqualified. So let's say, you know, I'm coming, but I'm making money somewhere else, or anything can happen. I'm making money and I don't qualify. And I probably shouldn't even report this, but they say the unqualified people, and usually this was always a rule. I don't know if a lot of people know. If you're unqualified, you don't meet the qualifications
Criteria.
for the program
Mm-hmm.
for the SNAP. You will still be permitted to get help. So it's not like they're turning people away, but the way they do it is they only give you 3 months in a 3-year period. So they'll give you like food,
Crazy.
for 3 months in a 3-year period. So I guess you would have to, if you know that you want some nonsense, you would have to figure out how that worked because.
But let me say this. Let me say this for anybody that might be going through or whatever. A lot of areas have what they call food pantries or food banks. That's outside of the SNAP program. So if you're not qualified or not approved for SNAP, you can go to these food pantries and food banks. Some will allow you to go daily, some will allow you to go weekly, and some will allow you to go monthly. And a lot of times there's multiple in a jurisdiction depending on how big the area, and you can feed your family. It might not be all the things that you necessarily would want to get, but it's food. And a lot of it's good food. So, don't feel as like all hope is lost in case you're looking to get food stamps and can't get approved, especially single fathers or single men, because sometimes single men are precluded from actually being able to get food stamps or whatever. Women and women with children, come first, in the
Yeah.
eyes of the system or whatever. But
Mm.
know that there is help in a lot of areas. Some areas might not be so much, depending on how rural and how they do it or whatever. So check into the various programs in your area, whatever, because you never know. Keisha Hall brought up a story too. I don't mean to change gears or whatever, but I hadn't heard about this, but this is crazy. They said a 10-year-old boy was arrested for urinating outside. What are we coming to?
Well,
What are we
I
coming
ain't even
to?
gonna ask what color he was. I ain't even gonna ask.
Right.
I ain't
How many people pull over on the side of the highway to let their children go to the bathroom? Black, white, brown, yellow, red, whatever. What the like
I'm
you
getting
got to
tired of
be
the
you
nonsense.
got to be you got to be but urinating in public is an offense. So
It
fellas,
is.
when you try to hit that alley, ladies, when you trying to squat it one time because you can't make it, you got to be mindful. But in this day
Yes.
and age, that should be prosecuted just as frequent as jaywalking. And if they ain't prosecuted for jaywalkers, jaywalking is still a crime. It's still
Yes, it is. Yeah.
and they don't care about that. Why unless you pissing on a government building or just standing out in the middle of the street with your wee wee out, just having at it for everybody to see, because then you get into the realm of sexual crimes and things of that nature, depending on who
Mm-hmm.
can view it. But if
Indecent.
you up against the side of a building in the alley, just trying to, get it up off you, get it up out your pause.
Yes.
Then, man, to arrest somebody, now if there's a citation, okay, write a little $25 ticket, $50 ticket, whatever the case may be. But to arrest somebody for public, we'll see,
That's a
urinate,
10-year-old.
a 10-year-old child, man,
That's
those
crazy.
police. I don't know if it's in an urban area. I don't know if it's in a Hick Mayberry town. I don't know where that's at, but they need to be fired or put on desk duty indeterminately for
Yeah.
wasting
Yeah.
taxpayer money and what you call it. Because the cost of putting it through the court system is going to be worth more than whatever fine they can give that little boy. What you
Oh,
gonna
he
do?
was
Sit
a
there?
little black boy from Mississippi.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, down there, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
down there.
Oh,
A
okay. They
lot.
said his mother, Tracy said his mother ran inside. I think she was delivering something, and the little boy's sister said, well, that place didn't have
They didn't
a
have
restroom,
restroom.
so he tried to go behind his mom's car real quick. It's a little boy, like
Oh,
they're not
that,
even,
that's crazy.
their whole system is not even equipped to wait like that. You know what I'm saying? It's some
That's
grown men that can't wait that long. I remember I had an ex. He would go anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he would jump out the car, beside the car, all types of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is Brooklyn, but
I'm gonna tell
a
you
lot of
like
people
it
can't
is.
hold it.
If I got to go and I can't get home or get to bathroom, because especially during COVID, they locked down a lot of places where you couldn't go
Yes.
into the bathrooms in the McDonald's and places like. Where you think I'm going? I'm going right. You know them enclosures where they got the dumpsters. I'm going right between
Yes.
the dumpsters.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I'm
You gotta
doing
go.
all
Like, what
that.
is he
I'm
supposed to
doing
do?
all that.
That's good.
That's
And you
crazy.
know they put him in a jail cell. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Hey, Mr. Best. Good morning. Yeah, like that's crazy. Who does that? It's a shame that we still dealing with this stuff, and it's about to be 2024. Like, let's be honest. Like, the
Come on
nonsense
now. A
gotta
ten year
stop.
old a 10-year-old child, like, okay,
Yeah.
if you wanted to punish, like I said, citation or cite his mom or whatever, okay, even though that's petty. That's petty because I'm pretty sure they done pulled their kid over to the side of the road. Okay, go hurry up. Go ahead and use it. Whatever the case may be, because shit happens. Shit happens. You can't always dictate when you have to go. Sometimes people hold it and they shouldn't.
Yes.
But sometimes you can't dictate when, you gotta go and the how can I put it, the emergency nature of it. Like sometimes you got to go and
Right.
it's a whole lot need to go ASAP.
Yes.
Give, give
Yes.
people a break. Give people a break. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I bet you they doing stuff to people for jaywalking down in that same area too. I bet you they are. I bet
Any
you.
at this point, they looking for anything. You know, Keisha
Yeah,
said, okay.
I don't know if about in New York and other states, but spitting in public at one time was on the books offense in D.C.
Ooh, we ain't that bad yet. Well, I hope not. You
Well,
understand? We ain't that bad. That's great.
don't no police worried about that. This, I think it's still on the books that if you spit on government property, like
Oh,
outside the government property, not in the buildings, of course, but outside, then that's a punishable offense. But
that's
the
crazy.
way it was written up, like you could damn near spit anywhere, and that was a crime at a
Wow.
time. I'm like,
They're looking for anything at this point. You know,
yeah, that's crazy.
like
He told his sister, said that there was no bathroom inside. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Keisha said they seeking an attorney though. So she actually is an
They
attorney.
should. They should. But
They
that's
need their
crazy.
case. She
That's
left the little
crazy.
ones in the car.
And if it's a law in the books is antiquated and they need to do something about it. Now I
Yeah,
get it
that's
because you got to understand something, right? I was facing a certain charge or whatever. I talked about it before, but I was in federal court. Do you know they had a dude in there and a lot of people was doing it? Remember when everybody want to get them drop down screens in their car and all that, and had the
yeah.
fold out screens in their car?
Yeah.
Well, this dude was watching porno in his car, watching porno in his
Yeah.
car, and what happened was there was a car with women and children behind him, and the police happened to
Oh.
roll up in the other lane, and it just so happened that where he was federal grounds. They charged
Mm.
him with a sex offense. They charged that brother
What?
with a sex offense for watching because it's
Because of the
similar to
kid.
like because of the kids or whatever. We gotta be, and there's no excuse because
Mm.
we gotta think before we do dumb shit, and we gotta be mindful. If you
Yes.
don't know the laws and stuff, you still gotta understand what's morally right and what's morally sound. You don't know who can see what the hell you're doing. You're not in the privacy of your home behind a closed door or whatever. You in your
Yeah.
vehicle, and I don't know if his windows were tinted or not, but that still is not. If you had dropped down, that means your thing is this high as opposed to a joint that's like here, only you can see it, and you up here trying to be something, thinking it's
I'm getting too
cool to be
comfortable.
riding around playing porno on your shit, and the brother, I felt bad for him in a way. I was like, oh, this they gonna if they don't let him plead out, they're gonna make that nigga become a registered offender. Oh,
Yeah.
because he watched. That's crazy. I
It's
said, oh,
crazy. But ain't that like you too comfortable? You too comfortable sitting in the car. Like you just too comfortable. At this point, like that was kind of stupid. I'm just going to say and that was kind
man,
of retarded. I'm just, excuse me.
I ride.
You know, it's crazy. Yeah, that's right. Tanita, I like the name. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, he could have waited till he got home. Yeah, you just a
Got
little too
home and then put
comfortable
all
right
the porno he wanted to, but you riding
there.
around a little whip. Probably was in my era, probably was a Caprice Classic or a little Impala junk, police package as we called them. Watching porno, like, yeah, I'm that shit. I'm that now. And whoop, whoop, whoop.
Little D energy, very little D energy. I'm just
Stupid
saying.
energy.
Yeah.
Stupid. Stupid energy. Like, man, I'm like, these people is different. Like I did some dumb stuff. My people in my era did dumb stuff, but that right there, and this was not. He was younger than me. This was not somebody in my age range. But I was like, how
Yeah,
stupid are you?
that's
Like,
yeah, that was one of them lessons that God be like, you know what? Here, hold this for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because you
hold
just
that.
retarded.
Yeah,
Just hold
hold
this.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you
VLD
know
said,
better. You know what I'm saying?
we,
Let me
we.
tap you real quick. It's crazy.
Top of the top, 20 bandana. I see you in the building. Carry on, see you in the building. Who else?
Yeah. There was something else that I saw that I found interesting. I usually don't do a lot of like celebrity, looking at a lot of celebrity stuff.
Yes, you
But
do.
stuff that intrigues me. I only tell y'all about the stuff that intrigues me.
RW. Aha.
Oh, really, Phil? He's an RW what?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, because you saw what he wrote, right? Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Ariel, you bugged out for that one. You bugged out for that.
Good morning. It's crazy. I didn't take a lot of notes, but I did put it like in the back just in case I kind of wanted to talk about it. Um, and it had to do with mental health, right? Um, and before I get into details, I just want to ask a question, right? How can I put this? If you knowingly, like, let's say that Phil's a celebrity, right? And I like Phil. Phil's cool. Um, Phil got money, right? And I know that Phil had a
A
lot
five,
of
$5.
I I know that Phil had a lot of issues. Like Phil has issues with drugs. Um, you know, you know what I'm saying? Phil has issues with women. You know what I'm saying? Phil has been all over TV.
All that.
And I
I rebuke
still
all that.
oh right. I'm sorry. But the person has all these issues and you still go and you have kids with them. But then, you're surprised when they go upside your head. I'm just saying. I just think ladies need to make better choices. You know what I'm saying? Because and this is as I'm pulling up this story because I didn't think to even, write on it because I was just like, I don't know if it need to be covered. But as I'm
Hold on,
talking to
lift that
y'all,
up again. Lift that up
so much.
again.
Oh yeah.
You like writing a whole biblical. So you writing a whole a new chapter in the Bible.
Pages.
All that right. She like this.
Pages. I actually do research. Yeah, I've been doing this since I was a podcast. That's how I used to do my shows. And just in case, because let me tell you what people would do. People would be like, "Oh, well, you ain't know this and you ain't know that." So I'm like, "All right, so I got it now. What you saying?" You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse my Brooklyn, but it's just like, nah, I got everything you need. What you? Cause people like to prove you wrong. So I try to make sure I go to facts. I even got where I'm getting the facts from, cited, which
Yeah.
everything. Because that's what I ain't gonna say we like to do to each other, but y'all know what it is. It's always a hater somewhere in the bunch, always a critic somewhere in the bunch, and sometimes you gotta prove them wrong. So you gotta
They
always be
said they
ready.
said they said evolution taking push talk notes out here.
Oh.
But listen, get to the point. Get to the point you was making. We all, it ain't just women, men too. You got to pay attention to the writing on the wall. You got to pay attention to your discernment, your gut instinct when it comes to people. A lot of times we'll forego all that. Say, oh man, they're just so gorgeous. They're just so handsome. They're just so beautiful, pretty, whatever. They just fat to death. PHAT that is. Whatever the case may be. He packing paws for the women. And we'll look beyond certain things. Oh, I can change him, or I can see that he'll change one day, and not realizing that no, that brother or that sister, they're not looking to change. They're looking to be just what the hell they are and who they are. And
especially if they got a history. If they got a history, that's
part.
what I'm saying. If they got a history. Now I was talking about I like this dude, right? I was talking about gunplay. I don't know if y'all heard his story about what's going on with him. Have y'all looked into the gunplay situation?
The rapper Gunplay.
Yes, he's a very troubled soul. He's always been a troubled soul. Good dude at heart. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you know, it's cool. Let me tell you something. It's cool to look at people's hearts. You get what I'm saying? You know,
Mhm.
it's cool, but sometimes you got to put a cap because some people just damn evil. Now I ain't saying he evil. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Was just like arrested, charged with assault with a deadly weapon, right? So we know what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, but they put on him like forced imprisonment and child abuse. Now, if you know anything about that child, you know he love that baby. So
Yeah.
that come on now. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, the baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no issues with baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? But you know this man track record. You know his track record. So that's what I was talking about. You know, they say he flipped out, but he known to flip out. Like this, I'm like, he known to act crazy. You know what I'm saying? They said, you know, he held her, he pointed a rifle at her while she had the baby in her hands. You know what I'm saying?
But
Now that's
that's
extreme.
crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
extreme. But
If he did that,
they're wrong.
he deserved whatever come with that. If he didn't
They're
do
wrong.
that, and if he didn't do that, and she reported that man for that, she needs something done to her because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like when it comes to domestic violence, abuse, and things of that nature, the R word and things of that nature, sexual assault, people need to stop playing with the allegations. If it is what it is,
Right. Right. To hurt each other.
stand on it. If it's not what it is, don't make it something that it's not. Um,
Yes.
there's situation, I'm gonna be frank, right? I'm gonna be frank. Um, the children, and I'm gonna tiptoe around it because they probably watching. But the children, my three that live with me, right? Their mother tried to bring up stuff in my past, not no abuse or nothing like that towards her, but she tried to use my past and my record against me in court as to
See?
why the courts, one, shouldn't have given me custody of my children, and two, why they should give them back to her. And just so happened the old white men in the robes didn't see it that way. They said, no, no, he hasn't been in trouble in years, and da da da. Da.
Mm-hmm.
Let me first say this: I ain't never had no crimes against no women, against no kids, against no elderly, none of that. But
Mm-hmm.
the fact that she tried to go that low and use that against me, you know what I'm saying, in the moments when I'm doing the right thing, for my children or whatever, is crazy. So sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, because it ain't just a woman thing, just because you're mad, bitter, upset, or hurt over a relationship or whatever's going on, stop using the kids against your that other person,
Yes.
and stop putting false charges on them. If it's a real situation, have at it. But if it's
Right.
false charges, stop doing that. One, because you make it worse on people that are actually going through these things. You
Yeah.
make it easier to forgive or forget or look past a real predator or a real person, male or female, that's out here doing people harm. Y'all gotta listen, whatever your problem is with the person, take it out with that problem. If you want to do something to them or whatever, then you be grown and adult and stand on the responsibility that comes behind all that, and you do whatever. I'm not advocating for any of it, but I'm just saying you do that. But stop putting false narratives, false allegations, false things on people. If they've done it, stand on it and see it through. See it through.
Right.
Stop filing charges too. And then, oh, I got a heart. Because if the nigga pulled a gun on you and your baby,
Yeah.
ain't no heart to have. Ain't no heart to have because you don't know where to go next time. Hopefully, brother Gunplay didn't do that. If he did, then he need to have whatever come to him about that. And I stand on that one. I stand
Yes.
on
Yeah. You know. And I saw somebody say it was the baby that they did the GoFundMe for. Yes, it was. Yeah. So
that. The
it's
have
yeah.
at
I'm
it was
saying,
definitely coming. The have at it was
you know.
definitely coming.
I don't know if it's like more research need to be done or what, you know what I'm saying? Or you just a person that just don't pick the right person, you know what I'm saying? I've been through that all my life. You know what I'm saying? You just don't pick the right person. It just, you pick what you like, not what you need. You know what I'm saying? So, it could be that too. You never know.
we
Um,
we all play a fool a time or two when it comes to somebody that we date or somebody that we're interested in. somebody that we like, and or somebody we fall in love with. The thing is to wise up as soon as possible, especially in a situation where there's abuse or neglect and abuse doesn't have to be physical. It can be verbal. It can be mental, emotional abuse. Whatever the case may be. Be strong enough to say, "Listen, I'm better than that. I deserve more than that. I don't deserve this. Matter if I got to lose something to gain myself. Listen, understand that God will meet you where you walk into Him at, and it ain't staying in the midst of bullshiggery and hurt to say, God, please help me, remove me. No, no.
Yes.
God bless the child that got His own. God is going to help you when you exercise faith over the fear of not being with that person, or over the fear of what'll happen if I try to leave, or over the fear of, but I can love him better. I can. No, 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 no. Have faith enough to know that you are worthy and move the hell on from around that situation. Even if you got to go to a shelter, even if you got to go sleep on somebody's sofa, even if you got to leave the state, you know what I'm saying, go a couple states over, whatever the case may be. Love yourself and know that you are important, that you mean something, and that no matter what your shortcomings are or have been, nothing in this world means that you have to stay and tolerate and or deserve the hurt that he or she is inflicting upon you. That part right there.
Yes.
Martine B, whoever Martine B is, please show your face and I'll cam you up. Amen. Pastor Phil.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought that was sad. Good morning.
Hey Phil, it's me guys.
I approached my guy. I saw when you came.
Hey.
I don't know why my
Hey, how you doing, pros?
good. Let me not show where I work. Hold on.
Oh.
I was like,
Yeah, so
hold
listeners,
on.
Now I'm
next
about to
time.
tell him. I know Pastor Phil.
Listen, next I start getting calls or stuff. I'm not trying to deal with stuff like that.
Everybody likes a little pasta, though, huh?
Uh
Yeah,
uh uh uh.
go ahead.
No, but
Pros,
I
my.
agree with what you're saying, Phil. I had a similar situation happen, but thank God it wasn't like no guns involved. But it
Mm,
was to a point where police did get involved, and in the time when I reflect now about it, I'm like, should I have had let those charges stick, because, or should I have not? Like I conflict with that all the time, because I'm like, okay, you wanted to see the good in the person, but
mm,
I can't help but feel like in that situation, I was reading a comment, I don't know who said it, but sometimes they act nice, whether it's the woman or the man, they act nice
mm.
for that moment, so you can just believe that they've changed. And I feel like with that situation, I'm like, damn, when I listen to this, I'm like, yo, did I fail other women? Do I feel like I failed other women? Because this person has a record. Like, it's
Of
always like
doing things
once you
like
get,
that.
yeah, it's always once you get out of this situation, you see more that you needed to see. And I realized, I'm like, wow, this person like really has a track record. They're always dating women, specifically women with children, which I thought that was like weird, with small children too. And then like as I started like digging more and more and more, I'm like, okay, it makes sense to why he was even this way with me. I was just another I don't like to say victim, but that's just the words I guess we use. But it was just like, oh, I was just another victim. So
Mm.
sometimes with that situation, I'm like, okay, you went through that. How do you um help other women? The only part that's sticky about it is because it's not just a regular person, and when you're going to speak against a public figure, it's not that easy like how
Cut and dry.
people think it
Mm,
is. It's not that easy to
mm.
go and stand against somebody that already has popular opinion or stuff like that. It's not that easy.
I'm laughing not at this. I'm sorry. Let me say this. Um, it's a sticky place when you think about shouldn't I have when it comes to prosecuting, call the police, seeing it through or whatever. I would say, don't look at it as if am I doing a disservice to women. The person that matters in the situation is you. Are you doing yourself a disservice? Are you doing your spirit? Are you doing your heart a disservice by either allowing it, letting it go, or not following through? Because in some situations, the person leaves you alone. In some situations, it gets worse. In some situations, they come back and do something more deadly or dangerous, to you and yours, whatever. Um, but in the bigger scope of it, you never know how many victims there was before. You don't know how many victims there might be after you. So by you following through, you might stop somebody else from being hurt, somebody else from being abused, somebody else from being taken advantage of, all word, or beat up, or whatever the case may be. Somebody somewhere has to have the courage. I get it. Some people say, "Well, I'm not strong enough," or I'm fearful, or
It
I
wasn't
don't
like
know if I
about,
could.
but yeah, but like in certain situations, like a if it was like a regular person, I don't think it would have been that hard for me. I think
Mm,
because it was a public figure, and you got to understand, like, people have already this machine behind them to persuade whatever they want you to believe. And I
that,
had to think about, like, okay, would I want pictures like that of like my child on there? Like, I started thinking like the long run, like, would my child feel comfortable, like if he was like 20 years old later, and like there's a picture of his scarring on the internet or stuff like that. So it was like a lot of like things I had to think about. But in the
mm,
midst of that, I decided to just use my voice housewise when it came to
oh,
that situation.
mhm.
But I realized, like, when you were talking about like God don't when you cry out to God, He does call. And I'm like, I believe, like, going through that situation, as fucked up as it sounds, that's where I ended up finding my voice.
Mm. The person you're talking about, they are a public figure or were a public figure or whatever.
They are a public figure. They have a huge
Okay.
machine.
In this day and age, what I would say,
Oh, they're gonna
what I
say
would
you're a
say,
clout chaser. They're gonna say,
don't worry
and
about
it's
that.
really
Don't.
the clout chasing part, to be honest with you, um, because of the fact that, like, they just think that you're after them for some type of um finance or something. But I'm like, it don't make sense. If I'm after something, why would I leave?
And what I would say is, like, in that situation, for anybody else listening that might be going through that, or if by chance something like this happens to you again, use the power of social media, use the power of presence, because you might feel away, or you might feel like I might not get the help I need, because of depending on who the person is and how much power they have. Bring it to the jury of your peers online. Tell your story. You'll be surprised how much support you'll get. And then if there's
Yeah.
proof behind it, put it out there, because one or two things that
It's
happen.
too much proof. That's the whole thing.
No, but that's even better though. That's even better because it'll do one or two things. It would attract law enforcement. It will make that person either get belligerent in their pride and stupidity, and nail themselves to the wall, or it would serve a purpose for them to leave you the hell alone. And especially if there's proof behind it that you can show, you'd be surprised who you will attract, what women you'll attract, and you never know if that person's done something to somebody else, and somebody just happens to either be following you or happen into your story, and they'll come out and say something and say, "Yeah, I've been through the same shit with that person. They're no good," and they'll tell their story. Then also, what'll happen is you'll have other women and men open the floodgate and start talking about their situation. So it might not put closure in your situation with what should happen to that person, but it might be the catalyst for opening up the door for women to free themselves of mental, emotional anguish and pain, and PTSD from things that they've been through, and men, because I'm not going to make it one sided, but
Yeah,
yeah, when the
definitely.
public figure, when they're a public figure, it becomes it becomes
It's
a
a
lot
tricky. It
trickier.
is
Yeah,
tricky
it becomes
because
trickier.
it's
Mhm.
the you're looking for clout, or this person's trying to extort me, or this is that, or it's always gonna look like, because of the state and place that we're in, it's always gonna look like you're chasing something from them, when it's like, no, you're just the person that everybody knows about, but you're also a person that did something wrong.
You
And
know,
That's just the only difference.
I'm thinking that as people, especially women, and men in our community, if we stop worrying about what people think and stop looking for attention, you know what I'm saying, and just start being real and, you know what I'm saying, with ourselves, we'll go a long way. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what nobody else think. If you being abused, you know what I'm saying, victimized in any type of way, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't have to care about how they feel, what somebody gonna say. You going through the situation. They not. People always gonna say something
that
about you.
part, that
That
Always.
part,
part.
You always gonna be
always,
in somebody's mouth.
always.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do to take care of you and your child, and that's it. That's where you should cut the line.
And that's
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
what I did feel like.
You know?
Like that's why I can't wait to, like, it's not just, I don't want to like focus like my story based on that person particularly, but even like I had to find the courage when I was like, I don't give a fuck if you got a mansion, if, excuse my mouth, I don't care if you got all of this. Like, don't get me wrong, for a second, like being a small town girl, and then your reality changes in a blink of an eye, and now you're like, you're here, you're there, you're this, you can get lost into that experience because you're not used to it. But I had to like literally pull myself out of it. I'm like, yo, this is not what I would want for my child. This is not it. This is not his life. And I took myself and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go to a shelter. I did not go reach out to my family. I did not. I was just like, this is something I just feel like I have to deal with, and I know I can
Mm,
deal with it. And then like
mm.
years later, after going through the shelter, I recorded all of this. I'm like, I'm gonna show people how, like, it's about how bad do you want it, like how bad do you want to change, how bad
That
do you want
part,
to make
Yeah.
a difference.
that
And
part.
when I took my son, and I'm like, yo, we're in this little tiny ass room, and I'm like, we had to do what it had to do. But like years later now, I would
Look
say
at you
2 years
now.
later. Now look at me now. I'm like,
Look
I
at you
managed
now.
to
That
find
part.
me a great job. I put myself through school. I have my own place to live in. No assistance, no nothing. Like I had to push through. And no, I didn't get a check or a settlement to shut up from the situation. I literally just
Right.
worked my butt off to get where I needed to get.
And that
And
karma,
that's
his karma will come. It'll come. Trust me.
It
And
will
when you
come.
do
It
stuff
was
wrong
just
to
more the
people, it come
it
back.
was more the concerning for me because children are like so important to me. Children,
mm,
and a lot of people who are abusers, they're usually victim of child abuse themselves. So children
Yeah.
are a very like soft place for me. So anybody who can want to harm a child, is just like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So when I started like digging more into like this person's background, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you specifically be dating women with children, what are the odds?
mm.
That's
You'd be
crazy.
surprised. You'd be surprised. A lot of people in those situations that are violators, that are abusers, that are all worders and things of that nature. They follow a protocol. They have like a type of person. They have the type of woman or type of man that they look to go after or to get involved with or to
Mm-hmm.
victimize, etc. And
But
I'll
you want
say
to know
this.
what's the
Don't.
funny thing about it? And I gotta
Mm,
leave off of this.
mm.
In my situation, I looked around. I looked at it as he effed around and found out. Like, you thought different. You thought way different. You thought this small town girl was gonna be like some weak individual and just take whatever, and it was just not that reality. I'm like, you may have found me a single mom, but nigga, I ain't desperate. I ain't
And that's it
desperate.
right there. That's it right there. Do not be desperate just to say you with somebody. Don't be so
Mm-hmm.
desperate that you find yourself in an effed up situation or with an effed up woman or man or whatever the case may be. Love yourself enough to know that you're worth more than that. And sometimes it's cool to be by yourself and don't be in a rush to have somebody just to say you got somebody, and allow the
Right.
right person
Yeah.
to come along that's going to do right by you or whatever the case may be. Because there's a lot of bullshitters, there's a lot of suckers, there's a lot of hurt people, there's a lot of broken people, there's a lot of evil people, men and women, and we all got to do better when it comes to that. We all got to do better. And I would say this: if it happens to you again, stay proactive with it. Ladies, men, if it happens to you, be proactive with it. Get up out of the situation, get from around the situation. No matter what you lose in the situation, whether you feel like I'm gonna be homeless, whether I'm gonna feel like a da da da, there's a lot of programs, there's a lot of things that you can align yourself with, and stop being afraid to talk to your family, especially if it's something that like if this is an abusive situation or mess up situation, say something. You don't have to ride the pain by yourself. It's not a situation where you're just getting into petty bickering with your other one and you don't want your family involved because of the opinions they'll form. But if it's serious things going on, say
and
something
and pay
so they can
attention
do
because
something.
they do show the signs. Like they really will show you the signs. And I just think as people, it's cool to be empathetic and all, and try to see people and look at them for the greater good. But sometimes it saves you just accepting exactly what's shown to you. Like it be right in your face. Just take it.
And ladies, I'm glad you said that pros, because it's a big epidemic of narcissism
Oh,
that's going
oh,
on
that's the
now.
word. That's the
Let me
word.
tell you something. A narcissistic man is the evilest man on earth.
Whew,
He should be destroyed. You
whew.
get what I'm saying? And I am going to do a show on that. That brother needs to be destroyed.
Please,
And I hate to
please,
say
I'll
that.
come on your show. I'll come on your show and talk about it because that situation was with a narcissistic person.
Yes.
And people don't
Mm.
understand how dangerous it is being in a relationship with that person. Like it people think domestic
An evil
violence
person.
always is physical. They start
They
to take
evil from their soul. They
yo,
start off as
it's
youngsters
all it's
evil. It's
all
an
like
evil, excuse me, that's an
it's
evil
plotted.
person. And
It's
let me tell
plotted.
you something. Now, when I go into relationships, I do I do more homework than anything. I've been doing a lot of research on this narcissism thing. You know what I'm saying? I ask certain questions now. I need to know. You get what I'm saying? Because at some point in time, he gonna give you all the flags that you need to know, that to let you know that that's an evil human being. And it's a lot of our brothers are like that. I hate to say it.
And
I hate to
sisters, we ain't
say it.
gonna just put it on the brothers. Sisters
But it's
too.
a
Some of
lot
y'all
of our well, I'm talking to
miserable
ladies
life.
right now. But it's a lot of brothers that's like that, ladies. Y'all need to be at this show because when I break this guy, y'all gonna be like, damn, I didn't know I had one of those. Like, yeah, and
When
you
is
could
it?
be in
When is
love,
it? When
but
is it?
it's an evil person. Like, need to be destroyed.
Well, in the con hold on, forgive me if y'all see me laughing. I'm not laughing at the topic. There's certain things being said in the comments that are making me snickle and giggle because this is a serious topic. So I don't want nobody that sees this be like, why the hell is this thing laughing? It ain't funny.
Why he chuckling?
I need y'all to know that. But I do want to say this, ladies and gentlemen, allow your experiences, allow your traumas, allow your hurts, allow your experiences to help somebody else with platforms like IG, like YouTube, like other places. Use your voice. It'll be twofold. One, you'll be helping somebody else that might be either going through a similar situation or keep them from going through the situation. But the other side of that is it'll also help your healing journey to get through it because you'll be opening up. And yeah, you might cry, you might go through the emotions, the high emotions of it, but
You're gonna go through all the phases, all of it.
it's gonna allow you to release. It's gonna allow you to release when
Hmm.
you hold stuff in and bottle it in. It does a disservice to your physical body as well as your mental wherewithal and everything. So find a way, find the courage to speak about it and get it out. And if you feel as though doing it publicly is not a thing, find a therapist or psychiatrist or psychologist to speak to, that you're able to unpack it so you can get that weight off your back and get it out your spirit so you can move forward and move on.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, ladies, because I definitely want to. I'd be shocked at the stuff that I find when I do some of this research. I'm like that because, and I'll be honest, some of us got a little bit of that gene in us. You know what I'm saying? I had a little bit of it myself, and I had to check myself too. Like, wait a minute, yeah, I'm saying we're not going to do that. And I mean, if you do the work, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of us don't want to do the work. We just want to be who we are and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because we get love, so-called love behind it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
And
what it is.
and love, even though it ain't always when you love something, it ain't always easy. Love ain't supposed to hurt like that. Like you can be let
Yes,
down. You can be let down by somebody you love. You can be let down or disappointed or disagree or dislike something. But love is
yes,
not supposed to hurt like that. It's not. So
Facts.
if you feel like you love somebody, man or woman or whatever the case may be, you experiencing that type of hurt, you're not in
always
a
love.
love situation.
Yeah,
You're
you
not.
gotta let go.
And if you do have children, because I have to leave, if you do have children, there's no compromising with anything for your kids. There's no compromising. Like your child comes first. And that was the lesson I've learned from that situation. Stop
Yep,
trying to be some
That,
people's
that
mamas out here. Their mamas should have been their mamas.
mm,
That's it.
I
that's
Stop
want to
all
trying to
say
be
that.
something
people's
on the mama
parents.
thing, but I'm not going to.
But I'ma
The
leave.
fact that I ain't got no kids, I'm gonna be enemy number one. But I'm just going to say it start with your mama. The
It really
reason why you so
do.
messed up a lot of times start with your mama. And I hate
Every
to say it. I've been doing a lot of research on that. You know what I'm saying? But we'll
evolution.
talk about it.
I definitely need to tune in when you're doing that segment.
Yeah,
That part
yeah,
there.
yeah. And I
What?
know that everybody coming to YouTube for that one because I can't cover that on no damn Instagram with three squares. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But when I cover that, they're gonna be like, oh, she ain't going to, I was a journalist. So it's funny how that works. But when I cover this one, I'm gonna cover it from all sides. Ain't no man gonna be able to come and say nothing to me about what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in,
Why it got to be about the men though?
I hope
I'm
you in
in
the room,
there.
Phil, because your boy's gonna need
Why?
you.
But I'm about to head out, guys. I gotta get to work.
I froze.
Appreciate
Have
you,
a
But
good day,
Rose.
definitely, when you do that segment, I definitely wanna chime in because it is important. And
yeah.
yes, I know you're talking about the men, but I actually have a guy friend that's actually in a relationship with a narcissistic female right now. And this shit,
So bring them.
watching this unfold right now, I'm just like, OMG. But I'm gonna
Bring them.
definitely bring him.
We
You
gonna
would
talk.
definitely love talking with him.
We gonna talk pros. I would love to talk to the woman aspect of it. I really would, because I got a couple
Definitely.
of things for that too. But yeah, they need to be. People need to be in the room for this one because it's gonna be like shocking. But people be like, damn, I didn't know I was like that. It's amazing what you find when
Facts,
you actually do the
facts,
research.
Yeah,
So
facts.
because
yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
a lot of women are, or let me say no, a lot of men are the culprits behind a lot of the abusive situations and but they like she's like pros and my con brought out. There are a lot of there are situations where men are the victims of, and then it's even worse. I say because as a man, you like people look at you like, what kind of man are you? You coming out saying like, oh, you reporting that you being abused, or it's a lot of
Yeah.
dynamics to it. It's a lot of dynamics to it, or whatever. And should nobody be victimized mentally, emotionally, verbally, or physically? Should nobody be victimized or abused by the person that they claim that they're in a relationship or in love with? Period. Period.
Yeah. I got you, Sabrina. Definitely, I got you on that. Definitely. Because it's a thing when you learn stuff, you're not supposed to keep it to yourself. You're supposed to share it with your sisters and brothers, and you never know who it can help. Like the whole
That part.
dehydration thing. I got 3 pages on dehydration, and I'm just gonna do a show. Yeah, because I didn't know how serious it was. I went and looked into that stuff,
Till
and
you
I
went
was like,
through it. Yeah.
what? Yeah, I was like, and I think our community needs to know, like, what's going on. A lot of us out here messed up and don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I saw the hospital bed. If I didn't, I might have been dead and gone. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
that stuff
that.
needs to be talked about. So I'm with it. And Jessa and J Man, I'm sorry. My alarm didn't go off. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you
They
playing
talk
stuff.
about both of first they said you report to HR, then they told me we both got to report to HR.
Yes. I was responsible enough to
Y'all are
tell Phil that
bugging.
I was running late, though. I was. I
She
did. I let
did.
him
She
know.
did.
But he wasn't looking for me. He knew that,
She did.
my alarm was
She did.
retarded.
Mine didn't go off today too. It's okay. That's why
Yeah,
I was
I
late.
was like, what? I
It
got up
didn't
at
go off today.
7:50. I said, Phil gonna kill me. Yeah,
But
but
I'm about
he
to
was
head out, y'all. Thank
Appreciate
you
you,
for
pros,
always
my
sharing
con.
your platform.
As usual, you're at home here. You
thank
family
you,
here.
bro.
Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. You come up here under these alias pages, though. I'm like, who is this? You know?
I don't know. I usually change the name. They give you the option to like change it, and I just forgot to change it. I'm running late. My alarm didn't go off.
Oh, I know how that is. Yes.
But
Yes.
I'll see y'all.
We appreciate
I
you,
appreciate.
Pro. Thank you for coming
Bye.
out. All right.
We got another visitor, a resident Bama
Oh,
coming
okay.
today.
All right. They came in 10 minutes before the church hit.
A resident Bama. Hey,
Good
hey,
morning.
Evolution. How you doing? Good morning
Good
to you.
morning, beautiful.
The most beautiful of them all, dimples just dimpling and pimplings just pimplings. Now listen here. I ain't start with you
Pimple is
today.
just Beverly.
I ain't start with you today.
Yeah, you did in the conference. You was
So calling me Bamas is where we at with it.
no,
Let me clear my
I say
throat.
Bama. I say okay, my fault. Resident Applehead. Is that valid?
Okay, 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 okay.
I feel like
Good
I shouldn't
topic.
be in the middle of y'all. I feel like you should
Uh-uh.
be the
You
twist.
stay
I
right
feel
there. I ain't go. I'm finna go. I'm about to go. I just had to say y'all had a great show today. Y'all had a great show today. You know, I know Phil
Thank you.
can't
thank
stay
you,
focused. He got like this like sneak obvious big eye thing going. I don't know what he be thinking he doing, but everybody be seeing him like side eyeing the comments. It's just
Yeah, because
like
I got it on I got it on my computer right behind
it's
me.
like you be trying to be like like a face model or something. Like you'll lean to the corner of the screen and look over like you in a dollop of daisies or something. Like sit down somewhere, Phil.
Another Daisy.
Daisy. What?
You need to calm down. You trying to make looking at the comments sexy. Why is you trying to do all
What?
that?
I'm definitely not doing that. I'm just chilling. I
What's
don't be
wrong with
doing
him,
all that.
y'all? Why he doing all
I
that
just
today?
look over.
They
I
been on
just
you
look
all
over.
day.
Yeah,
Hmm
they have been on me all day.
Now y'all had
They.
a good topic. I mean y'all had a good show.
I appreciate that.
A lot of those topics I heard about this week as well. I'm gonna say happy birthday to my cousin. First, my cousin that passed this Monday. His
Happy
birthday is
birthday,
today.
R.I.P.
Thank you. So shout out to you, Ron. And other than that, yeah, y'all had a great show. I don't have a whole lot to say today. I'm not gonna come do too much. I think I did enough in the comments. You know,
Thank you, Carrier.
I, I think my presence was felt. But we gotta spice it
See,
up a little bit here and there. Gotta shake the room up a little bit when I come in. But
Carrier, I want you to be there for the narcissist show.
oh yeah, oh
I
yeah.
want you to be there.
Who doing
I get
that?
my ladies in there.
That's your show. You gonna be doing?
Well, I'm starting a YouTube myself. Um,
That's
what
what's up.
I want to do is try to help people. It's going to be a little spicy though, so you never know what you might see. But on this one, I want people like from everywhere to come and tell me what they think, because I think a lot of people going through this where they see they're interacting with narcissists. Uh, uh you know, maybe I should shut
sorry.
up.
I just read. I'm
Yeah,
But
sorry.
let's
you know
go.
what I'm saying?
Come
Like
call no
I need
ambulance.
the ladies and the men in there. So you know what I'm saying? We can see what's the disconnect, because there's a disconnect. You get what I'm saying?
Or what's the similarity in narcissistic traits that
Yes.
everybody can have a little bit of? Ain't that right,
Yes.
brother? Narcissist. I mean, what's your name, Phil?
I'm far from a. Hold
I'm
up. I'm
just playing.
far
I'm
from.
just playing. I just had to see if you go. Are you gonna be there for the conversation? I know you're not. You're not a narcissist.
I was
You're
about to
not a
say no.
narcissist.
That ain't me.
Not all the way, but you're not all the way one. You just we all a little
Man.
bit. We
Yeah,
all a little bit. It's okay to be real and say we all can not be
Yeah,
narcissistic.
yeah. Evolution. I'm not
We
gonna lie.
all can be a little narcissistic. I feel like that's just like saying nobody. That's just like saying nobody is sneaky or manipulative. Come on now, we know how to do what we know how to do to get what we want if we want to get what we need. if
We
that makes sense.
out. We
Yes.
out.
Here we are, y'all. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. If y'all not subscribed, Evolution Era, please go to YouTube and subscribe now. You understand?
Evolution era.
Evolution
That
Era
part.
on YouTube. Please subscribe.
Oh yeah, I gotta go follow it.
Yeah, I think that's what, and I follow everybody back. I don't know if that means anything, but I subscribe back too. But yeah, please go follow that because either I'm gonna get a lot of love or a lot of hate, but either way, I'm from Brooklyn. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, we got to talk about it because the stuff I find out is blowing my mind. Like it really is.
It's some
And I can't
narcissistic.
do it a
It's
little
some stuff you
inspirational.
wouldn't think is narcissistic, but it is too.
Yes. Yeah,
Hmm.
some people gonna be like, "Damn, I didn't know I was a narcissist."
I didn't know I was a narc, but a lot of people gonna deny it. It's like them upper age people, they be kind of stuck in their ways, and so sometimes it's hard to get through the schools. And then they wear caps. Then they wear caps because they don't like to take the cap off. So we don't really know what really be going on, but
And it be
we'll work
them that
on
be capping. It be them that come to
them.
capping.
Okay. Hey, I'll be a capper, trapper, rapper, baby mama snapper. Hey, but
Really?
no,
You'll
I'm
be
definitely
all
there for the show.
you'll be all that?
Thank
You
you.
really? I could pop a pimple in the pussy with the get the hell out
What?
here. Trying to put a baby in the oven.
Ah.
What? Oh,
Look, I love her. I got to my knees. I'm like, I shouldn't be
Evelyn.
hearing this.
ladies and gentlemen,
That's
for the final magic trick of the day. Hey, don't you start it,
What you
Mo.
do to
Don't you
the
start
magic chicken for real?
She got no.
Real, you gonna be in
I
so much
I
trouble.
promise you, I just did like that. I'm a bad man
No,
because
Phil.
I didn't even do it that time.
She coming to get you. Ellie, I had nothing to do with
I
that.
didn't do nothing. QV, hey QV, how you
Hey,
doing?
QB.
Thank you for being patient. Daddy gonna blame me for I'm a bad because both
You
my
gonna be
hands
in
was up.
trouble, Phil. You in trouble. Where Ellie RC you carrying her down. That
You
ain't
know
right.
I didn't do it.
Ellie,
I did not do. How
I
I do that with both
apologize
my
on the
hands
half
up?
of Phil. You know
How I
what I'm
do that with
saying?
both,
I
how I
don't
do
know
that with
what's
both my
going
hands
on.
right
What
here?
is
Come on.
going on, Phil? Hey, QB, I'm sorry. What is going
Hey
on?
Moon. Hey Moon.
Good morning, Moon. How you doing, beautiful?
How you doing?
I don't want to catch that
You
bullet
got to
that's
unmute
coming to
yourself. You got to
Phil.
unmute yourself. QV, can you hear us? You have to unmute yourself.
My bad.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yo, I lost for words. That was a little bit okay. Too bad.
Can I live? Can I live?
You in trouble. You in so much trouble.
Can I please?
You in so much trouble.
I don't be bothering nobody. I be chilling. She know good when she exited out on her own. You know what? Because she was already talking about she was about to go. Stop it. But anyway, how are you doing? And what part of the topics in today would you like to chime in before we roll around like ties?
Oh, so I was just gonna go back on what the last conversation was. Wait, am I on replay by any chance? Can you guys hear me like on point?
Yeah, you good. You good.
All right, unfortunately I can hear myself. This is weird. But anyway, I'm gonna just scrap that and just continue on. On my end, I can just hear myself back. I guess the last conversation threw me off a little bit, but I guess all I can say, being on live, what's up, Theo and Evolution, much love always to y'all. It's always like, it's always good being out here. Like, y'all the only people I set my time clock. I'm just like, when you alone. But yeah, so I guess let's comment. Like, look, I think Evolution said something. The one thing that is good about being in a narcissistic relationship.
Phil, you got to stop.
I didn't do nothing. I'm waiting to listen. I ain't do nothing.
What is going on?
We got one more usual suspect. one of the
Sorry,
messy characters.
QB. We don't need to know.
Come
We
on,
don't
man.
know what's going
I don't
on.
know what happened. What's up,
Hey,
messy
bro.
Mo?
Good
He's
morning.
back.
Still on that, still on that light skin shit again.
How,
Before you,
Slay?
p- before you pack me, because we know what you're doing.
What?
If a man should never get abused by a woman, and a woman should never get abused by a man. First and
That part.
foremost.
That
But
part.
for a man to sit there and allow a woman to abuse him is crazy to me. Because what kind of man are you? You either walk away or you put your foot down. Vice versa. You feel
That's
me?
a fact.
Right.
A woman should never stay in an abusive relationship. Leave the nigga alone. Walk away.
That's a fact.
Now, narcissists, they only work when you allow them to work on you. Because you allow somebody to manipulate you, that's your problem. If you keep falling for their bullshit and they keep showing you the same actions over and over, that's your problem, not theirs. They're winning because they're getting over with doing it to you. They feel for doing it to you.
Yes.
You understand? It boosts their ego. When they can control you and do this and do that and act the way they act and you still submit to them, man or woman,
Yes.
that shows a weakness in you. And it don't show a greater power in them. Only times they give them power is when you allow it to give them power.
That's a
So a
fact.
lot of you guys, y'all empower, y'all give narcissistic people power. Believe you me.
Well.
Manipulators, you give them powers. Abusers, you give them power. Because as long as you keep allowing it to happen to you over and over, making excuses on why, that's another big thing y'all do. Y'all make excuses on why people treat you the way they treat you in their defense. You understand? So once you allow, yo, listen, after I dealt with what I just dealt with this week, I'm cutting a lot of people. I don't care who run, come crying, this and that. This shit showed me a lot. When I say I'm going on a soul cleansing and a people cleansing, that you're gonna think I'm motherfucking the president because you can't get next to me. This is a wrap. You feel me? So at the end of the day, people only do what you do to you what you allow them to do to you.
Mm-hmm.
Once you put
That
your feet down, a motherfucker wouldn't touch you at all. At all.
Exactly.
And
And you're
stop
not gonna be
praising
camming me down in the mornings.
I didn't
and
carry me
listen.
down. How I carry me down with
Go
big
ahead,
feelings
Mo.
of how, Slay?
And the last
Go
thing I'm
right
gonna tell y'all, right?
I want you at the show, Mo. I want
Stop
you to tell.
giving stop giving people energy that don't deserve your energy.
Not for real.
Rather it's social media, rather it's relationships, rather it's even family. You understand? If they don't deserve your energy, do not give it to
let
them.
them let them
I'm
be.
not
Yeah.
receiving nothing negative. I'm not receiving anything anymore. No longer. I don't give a fuck about you. You understand what I'm saying? My soul is dead. So you guys need to focus on stop paying attention to people that don't exist in your real life.
And I got a
You
word for you
understand?
too, Mo. I got a word for you too, Mo. Stop rolling around with that basketball like you know what to do with that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Now
Hey, yo,
feel.
hey,
Now
yo,
feel.
little Phil, you don't
I
want
said
Now,
none of
crazy
this.
little
now
Phil.
feel.
Little
All that
Phil, I would hate to literally break your ankles, brother.
man, you could never. Basketball ain't even
Phil,
my sport, but I guarantee you, I
Phil,
I got a handle, man.
Philly. Carry on, get him,
No.
carry on, get him. Yeah, carry on. That's
Phil,
my
you
backup.
better bring that head here, boy. Let me tell you what you got. What you got is a little height, a big old palm, because you like to dig in the cookie jar and grab as many cookies as you want. So you think you can grab a basketball and dunk on them boys. But you really gonna be crisscross applesauce. Come on now.
Listen,
So let me
I
ask
You
you
got
a
don't
a
want none of
question,
handle,
this.
Phil.
man.
I can even cross you over now.
Let me ask
Don't
you a
do
Silly
that.
question, Phil.
boy.
You could never.
Phil,
What's up?
do you think I got a basketball in my car for looks?
I think you might be trying to relive a youthful, you know what I'm saying, past.
Re who?
However,
What?
look at these toys in the back. You might be trying to live them, the Rucker Park, dreams and memories. You know,
Uh,
But it's all love. It's it's.
Listen, we as old as our last meal, which was 10 minutes ago for you, Phil.
I ain't eating. You know what my last meal was? My last meal was some watermelon chunks last night. Pause.
Okay. Yeah, and
You said
Aha!
watermelon?
Watermelon chunks. Little pieces of
Yeah, I don't
watermelon.
got no tea, but I drink some water to that.
ain't
Yep,
nothing
yeah. Should get
nothing
your
little about
water.
you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but real
What
talk,
about you,
yo, y'all got to
Ken?
stop allowing the energy of people to control your emotions.
That's a fact.
For real. Because if I don't know you in real life, I don't give a fuck what you think nor say about me. And that's just what it is. That's life. The internet gave people a tool to invade your life and they don't even know you. And it's sad because they're bullying, manipulating all over the internet. Kids are dying because they're being picked at on the internet. Once you say suck my
I
dick,
ain't mean
that's
to
a
do it.
death wish to these new kids
Hold on. Let
Hmm.
me get this bam up
on
out of here.
Facebook. You feel me? Are you
Yeah.
packing,
Oh.
Carrier?
I'm about to get this
Huh?
bam up out of
No, somebody in the
Oh, yeah.
comments. There's somebody in the comments.
Oh,
I don't see
yeah, out of
I
here.
don't see the comments. So
Yeah, yeah, it's doing a lot.
Yeah,
yeah, they
gotta go.
No,
they
but
can eat a
you
Gotta
dick.
go.
They can never.
you
They can
definitely,
eat a dick. We ain't worrying about them niggas. That's another nigga on the internet wishing he was somebody.
Hey, Daz, you
Hmm.
silly for that. We said about Phil ankles will not break. You see them ankles?
They, listen, I bet you I'll break his foot. He try to hold me.
Man, hey, Slim. We gonna make it happen. If I got to come up there or you got to come down here, we already got
Yeah,
a
that'd
cook
be a
off.
great
We should do it.
YouTube series. We could do like a whole like field day for you brothers. We could do a
Yo,
brothers
Phil,
field day, a brothers
Phil,
field
the
day,
sad
and
thing,
y'all get out there and do some senior citizen activities.
yeah.
yeah, listen, I'm not gonna call you Applehead, Beanhead, cause that's
Do some sack races, a little cakewalk, do a little egg on the spoon,
Sack race.
simple stuff.
Pause.
Nothing
look,
Pause.
look,
too
so
hard.
let's do this. We'll play 2-on-1. You can partner up with your buddy over there, Mr. Lightskin.
Me and
What?
Jazz against you in Philly. We gonna rock your world. I mean, not the way y'all
Man,
want, but
please.
like the way in on the basketball court.
Wait,
Please.
who said wait?
What?
Do not get your
What?
panties in a bunch, okay?
Don't get your panties in a bunch.
All right, Phil may be hot and horny for you motherfuckers. All right,
What?
Hey. But we told you, hey, we know you got eyes for
Mo,
things now. Cut it out.
hey, Mo.
huh?
We know you got eyes for the Don't start doing that granddaddy
No,
stuff now.
I'm just saying.
Huh?
Not me. If I want the hump, I come get it.
I ain't talking about me.
I didn't say you. Why you putting you in the category?
Oh, I didn't know what you was referring to. I was talking
That's
about
what
Jazz.
your mind is thinking. See, I
Oh
understand.
Lord. Okay. Phil, can you magic trick kick in now? Can I actually
Yeah,
activate
you
that
definitely gonna
superpower?
magic trick me. Yeah.
No, I'm messing with you.
Oh!
Oh,
Ah!
I
Damn!
can't believe you. That's
Nah,
crazy. That's three people in one day, Phil.
y'all seen
That's
that. We seen the camera.
crazy.
Y'all
That's
seen
really
them just this
disrespectful.
time. Y'all
You must
saw it
have
just
like
now.
a motion thing going on or
Yeah, he got
something.
something going on today. Something going on.
It's
That's
been
crazy.
it's been a wonderful show. Applehead, so what? You got any final words for the people?
Y'all be blessed. I don't know if I'll be banned next Wednesday. I might have caused too much of a ruckus. But if I am able to get in the room, God bless y'all to the end, and keep my family in y'all prayers, and my
Definitely.
family in y'all prayers, and y'all family
Definitely.
in y'all prayers. Don't pray for nobody else's family. You can't pray for your own.
Mm.
Charity starts at home, and love yourself, love your people, and love life, because you just never know when your last, moment may be. So that's all I gotta say. Peace out. Y'all have a blessed week, and yeah,
Salute, carrier. Thank you.
bye, y'all. Have at it.
Yeah,
Have at it. Have at
have
it. Have
at
at it.
it. That
Have
boy,
at it.
look.
Have at it. Have at it.
That boy, look. Apple headed. Evolution. Wherefore art thou
Yes.
without they see thee doing this week?
Yes, okay. Great show. I had fun. And y'all gave me a great idea to do this show. I'm working on it as we speak. And I think we're just gonna go in this room and learn a lot. If you're not subscribed, please go to YouTube. You're already on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe button for Evolution Era. And I should have this show done by the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not following me on IG, it's Evolution Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Please follow because I am going to put out when the show is coming up. I need everybody in the room because everybody's going to have an opinion. Come with your facts, come with your questions. I'm be able to answer it all. If not, one of us in the room going to be able to answer it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that, and I'm pretty sure this going to help a lot of people because I learned a lot myself, and I want to thank all y'all again. Y'all the family. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate all the love. And I'm going to see y'all this week. I'm just going to do it. I'm not waiting for nothing. I'm just going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And we just going to have fun. We're going to be a family.
That part right there. Listen for all y'all talking about I be ending the show early and things. Look, y'all done got 10 more minutes, 10 bonus minutes out the situation, huh? What you talking? Listen, it's been a wonderful show. Make sure y'all go show my co-host some support at Evolution Era. She has a lot to talk about. She's a lot more than just some spice. She got some things to talk about. So make sure y'all tap the figure D in. You feel me? And listen, to everybody everywhere, we all go through a thing a time or two, but don't forget to smile because you never know what it might do for somebody. More importantly, yourself. And more important than that, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. Last but not least, I'm not anti you. I'm pro me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinating your melon until the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, I'll holler, she'll holler, we'll holler.